Welcome to Revel, the world's best destination for adventurers and explorers, for artists and romantics, for the curious and the wild at heart. Step into the world of travel insight and destination inspiration. Revel in the experience. Today we are going to explore the most beautiful fairy tale castles in Europe. Be sure to watch all the way to the end, as our number one is so unusual it's a world record holder. Number 15. Trakai Island Castle, Lithuania. This place is right in the middle of lake waters, just like in some famous fictional books. The Trakai Island Castle is the only castle that has a Gothic style in all of Europe. It is believed that it has been used for multiple reasons. It was a fortress and was then suddenly turned into a residential place until it became a prison. Trakai Island Castle is in Lithuania. An unfortunate event damaged this marvelous site in the 17th century during the surge of World War II. After the chaos caused by the historical war, the castle was reborn once again. Number 14. Highclere Castle, England. This place is a famous filming location of some popular Hollywood television series, which makes it popular among tourists. Highclere Castle was crafted by architect Charles Barry in the 19th century. It covers over 5,000 acres of land estate and can be found in Hampshire and England. Fans may recognize the areas inside of the castle because of the filming that was done there, and you can look for where your favorite scenes were filmed. Those who are not as familiar with it can still witness the impressive antiques and captivating details of its stunning architectural style. Number 13. Glamis Castle, Romania. This place was constructed in the 19th century as an exclusive summer retreat house for Romanian King Carol I, who fell under the spellbinding charm of the Carpathian Mountains. This fascinating building in Romania has Neo-Renaissance and Gothic Revival structure style. Glamis Castle consists of over 170 rooms. Every corner of this palace glimmers with fancy furniture and meticulous details. Number 12. Chillon Castle, Switzerland. Sitting on the edge of Lake Geneva, this picturesque historical hub dates back to the 11th century. The Chillon Castle was a residential house of the Counts of Savoy from the 1200s up to the 16th century. After it served as a home, it was turned into a prison. Francois de Bonnivard is among the famous prisoners of this place. He is known to be an element in Lord Byron's poem entitled The Prisoner of Chillon. Bonnivard was put in jail for his heretical Protestant beliefs. According to the poem, it is stated that he stayed behind bars for over 6 years when in fact he was jailed for 6 months. Number 11. Windsor Castle, United Kingdom. Welcome to the largest and perhaps oldest castle in the world. This magnificent haven has served as a home of British monarchs for thousands of years. Although Windsor Castle is not the residential area of the elite and royals, this majestic sanctuary is still sentimental to Queen Elizabeth II, and she still chooses to spend her personal and private weekends here. Since it is still a working royal residence, there are days and periods when this glamorous castle is closed to the public because of special events. If there aren't any, you can visit some of the open areas that tourists can explore. Number 10. Malbork Castle, Poland. This place is the largest brick castle in the world, and it was destroyed during World War II. It has been rebuilt like nothing serious ever happened. Malbork Castle was built by the Teutonic Knights, who were a group of German Catholic crusaders of the 13th century. This place also housed the royal family of Poland until the Swedish took over the castle in the 17th century. As the war began, the Germans conquered the entire place. After the terrible suffering event that the castle endured, it was finally returned as the property of Poland. After that, the government took the chance to thoroughly renovate, reconstruct, and rebuild it. Number 9. Glamis Castle, Scotland. Standing for over 1,000 years, this turreted haven was once featured in Macbeth, a popular play of Shakespeare. Glamis Castle is a royal site. Its name is the childhood name of the Queen's mother, Queen Elizabeth, and the birthplace of her second daughter, Princess Margaret, who was the first royal baby born in Scotland in the 1600s. Behind its royal story, there have been mysterious legends that circulate in this castle. Among the famous spooky tales is the Monster of Glamis. It is known to be a cruel name given to an unknown child who was believed to have been born within the Leon family and who was locked inside of a secret chamber. According to it, due to the horrible fate of the child, its soul haunts the entire vicinity of the castle to this day. Number 8. The Castle of Ravadinovo, Bulgaria. Visit this impressive whimsical paradise of Bulgaria. The Castle of Ravadinovo has a charming nickname in Love with the Wind. This majestic haven was designed by Georgy Konstantinov-Tumplaov, who worked with a great team of constructors to create this masterpiece out of 20,000 tons of stone. The main highlight of this fancy wonder is the detailed design of its interior. The castle also features a zoo, an art gallery, and a winery inside, where you can see some of the fantastic collections of the place. Number 7. Egeskov Castle, Denmark. Situated on the Danish island of Funen, this is one of Europe's finest Renaissance buildings and was purposely built for defense reasons. Egeskov Castle has been owned by several families over the course of 400 years. It is now owned by Count Michael Alefeld Larvig Bill, together with his wife Caroline, who happens to be the niece of Queen Margaret II of Denmark. Visitors are welcome, and there are 5 museums inside where the public can enter. Since it is presently in the hands of a royal member of the family, there are certain areas that are closed as they are used by the royals. Number 6. Conwy Castle, Wales. This place has a breathtaking structure, splendid mountain and sea views, several family-friendly activities, fantastic medieval-themed weekend tours, and interesting horror Halloween events. Conwy Castle is a UNESCO World Heritage Site official listing. The major attraction of the spectacular haven is the fact that the castle is part of the Iron Ring of Castles, composed of a series of fortifications and castles. This served Edward I with his ultimate conquest in Wales. He spent almost $100,000 to make his plans come to life. Number 5. Hohenzollern Castle, Germany. Gaze all the way up the soaring mountain in the southwestern area of Germany to see the remarkable ancestral seat of the Imperial House of Hohenzollern. This iconic castle is now one of the famous attractions in the country. It displays significant relics, artifacts, and incredible remains that are connected to Prussian history. Entering the Hohenzollern Castle, you will get to witness the authentic crown of Wilhelm II, some of the personal things of King Frederick, and even the original letter from former US President George Washington that has his heartfelt thanks for the service rendered by Baron von Steuben during the American Revolutionary War. Number 4. Buda Castle, Hungary. This is the main landmark of Budapest. It has a mind-blowing construction that had further extensions and renovations that resulted in a marvelous piece known as the Precious Gem of Hungary. Buda Castle now houses countless galleries where the popular Budapest History Museum and the Hungarian National Gallery can be found. Underneath the castle and its district there lies a tunnel system where several mythical urban legends circulate. One of the tales that boggles the minds of visitors is that there are vampires living in that section, including the Black Count and Dracula. Number 3. Miramare Castle, Italy. Behind its majestic beauty, there is a legendary story that is written in the history of Italy and is living proof of how this prestigious castle was able to surpass the World War. A fancy place that sits on a cliff and is situated within the seashore park, Miramare Castle has a memorable fate with the world's fiercest battle. For the entire period of World War II, this castle was turned into multiple center areas that served as support and safe zones among the troops. This site was once a Nazi headquarters before New Zealand troops dominated the place in 1945. Their ruling was smoothly switched over to Britain until America possessed the rights to this property. The site has been open to tourists since 1955. Number 2. Hohenwerfen Castle, Austria. Exploring this paradise may remind you of one of the most famous musical shows in the world, The Sound of Music. Hohenwerfen Castle in Austria was crafted in the year 1077. It underwent a lot of renovations for several years before it was able to showcase its breathtaking beauty that was hidden for a long time. Before it was considered one of the top-rated attractions, it was converted and used for different purposes. It was once a stately home, then a military training center, and then a police school, until it was recognized and counted as a tourist hub in Austria. Discover what it's like to roam this magical castle. Number 1. Predjama Castle, Slovenia. This spectacular and thrilling castle in Slovenia is tucked in a cave. Seeing this will surely make you wonder where the rock ends and how the stunning fortress was even crafted. Predjama Castle is set on an extremely high cliff that is over 123 meters. Because of its unusual structure and absurd location, there is no doubt why Guinness World Records recognized this unbelievable treasure right away. There are a lot of rumors and legends that live in this amazing castle. One of the claims is that there was a knight named Erasmus who ruled over the castle and used it to steal expensive things from the rich and give them to those who were in need. A servant betrayed him, causing him to die. It is so wonderful to witness what seems like a fairy tale come to life in Europe. Which one of these dreamscape fortresses have you heard about in fantasy stories? Comment below. We're excited to see which ones you've heard of. Thanks for watching, Revelers! Hey, are you a Reveler yet? If not, what in the world? Join the movement! Click to subscribe, ring the bell to get notified when we upload a new video, and grab some cool merch from our store and let the world know that you too are a Reveler.